All right, we're gonna wrap up our segment with where we're gonna begin. So Lesa France Kennedy is, as you know, is the visionary behind the Daytona Rising, is CEO of the International Speedway Corporation and vice chairperson of the board of directors for both ISC and NASCAR. As you also know, she's a mother of a NASCAR driver, Ben Kennedy, who will be racing again in the Camping World Truck Series, and recently was named the most powerful woman in sports. So to conclude our program, please welcome to the stage Miss Lesa France Kennedy. Thanks, Lesa.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming down. I know it was you got to get back to work and everything across the way, but you got Rolex coming up, you got Sprint Unlimited. How are you feeling right now in terms of the venue and being ready and all that good stuff you got ahead of you?
Well, the whole team is extremely excited, and we can't wait for everybody to get to Daytona. First of all, with the Rolex 24 and have a chance to see the new Daytona Rising project, but also to move forward to the Daytona 500 and to be able to showcase the event.
So looking ahead, if we can, and we're going to obviously see a great race, and we're all looking forward to seeing the venue, but this isn't just about Daytona. This is about ISC and the tracks and overall. Is anything down the road that you're looking at? I know you looking 3, 5, 7 years down the road. What else could we expect to see in the track world?
Well, continued investment in our tracks. It's so important to continue to modernize these tracks and to be able to bring the modern day amenities and comforts into these tracks. And I can tell you that we're taking a look at Richmond and also in Phoenix. Those would probably be some of the next tracks that we look at. We're always improving tracks across our portfolio, but those are great markets that we need to look at, and also great racing experiences. So I think we can make some great improvements there.
Good. Give us some specific examples of why these 5-year sanction agreements that you did last year with NASCAR is important to your business.
I'm really pleased that NASCAR did the 5-year sanction agreements. I think it's great industry-wide, but I tell you, first of all, from the fan perspective, and we hear it year after year, they want to know when the event is. They want longer lead time. Often this is their only vacation for the year. And so that's a huge responsibility, and it's something that we take very seriously in being able to give them that best experience. The second thing is it's great for the visibility of our sport. It gives us the confidence to continue the investments that are necessary, but it also gives our stakeholders that certainty as well. Right. Communities love it as well. They're able to plan their year-round events.
Yeah. You got some non-motorsports events down the road in Daytona as well.
We do. And during Memorial Day, we have a 3-day country music festival, the Country 500, and we have a great star lineup. So you're going to see more and more of that at the tracks. And as we did the Daytona Rising renovation, it gave us an opportunity to reset the track and the way the facility is set up, and we can bring in new events like that. I'd like to see that at other tracks down the road too.
Good, good. Mm-hmm. So we'll take a couple questions from the media. State your name and affiliation, and snag Mr. Hamilton or Ms. Pettit for the questions, please.
Wolfgang Monser from Germany, Rennsport Press Agency. I have a question concerning this project Daytona Rising. Is this also including the safety improvement, maybe for fences?
First of all, safety is our number one concern, both for our competitors and our fans, and we've made a number of improvements as far as the fence is concerned. And I know the question was asked earlier too about the safer barriers. We've now installed 54,000 square feet just since the announcement, linear feet, just since the announcement last July. So we're ahead of schedule with that as well.
Good.
I have a follow-up question. How is
are you in the press box, Wolfgang? I'm not used to seeing you anyway, so this works perfectly fine, but go ahead.
Can you let me know, is there any stage of cooperation with your track with the FIA in Paris?
Yeah, could you repeat the question, Wolfgang?
Yeah, is there Daytona Speedway, International Speedway, does you have in any stage a cooperation with the FIA in Paris Fédération Internationale de l'Automobile.
Right. I'm not sure about how to answer that question. I apologize.
24 hours.
The 24-hour,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
referring
so
to, Lisa actually
Rolex
was
24.
at the 24 hours of Le Mans last year because of the partnership that we have with FIA and, of course, the 24 hours of Rolex that will be coming up in Daytona in a couple weeks.
Couple weeks.
Look to see you there, Wolfgang. And Fuego down front here. Can we get him can we get him Fuego a microphone to call? Thank you. And ask your question, please, in Spanish.
Muy bueno. George Diaz, otherwise known as Fuego. Thanks for the shout out there, David. A couple questions, Lisa. Just what was to you once it's finished, the finished product? What's the biggest wow factor for you? And second of all, what was the biggest logistical challenge in this whole project from your perspective?
I feel like one of the biggest wow factors will be technology and how it'll be so much more interactive with the fans. Excuse me. I think that you're going to see, we talked about our new mobile app, for instance, and it'll give fans the opportunity to go to reward stations and get prizes, all types of interactive events like that. I think they're going to enjoy. We're also going to have new, larger, high-def video screens, so they're going to feel more up close and personal with the competition, the drivers, and what's going on at the track. And the one thing I love at Daytona, but across all the facilities, is the Wi-Fi capabilities. And we've all been to a stadium where you can't get out and you can't communicate out. And we have so many cool things that are going on. I want our fans to be able to be telling everybody what's happening there during the event. And I think that's going to be really good for all of us.
And what was the biggest challenge? And what was the biggest challenge logistically in putting all of this together?
We continued operating all of the events during the construction, so we actually would have to shut down the construction during certain time periods while we would put an event on, and then we would have to fire it back up. So those are sometimes challenging for us. But Joey and the team did a phenomenal job, along with our contractor, Barton Mello. They did a fantastic job with that.
Okay. Take a couple more questions.
One more question.
Bob Ponkers, ESPN. Lisa, you said you're ahead of schedule as far as safer barriers. Can you tell us kind of what the schedule is?
Yes, we are expanding them at all of our, across the ISC tracks, and we've put in 54,000 linear feet of safer barriers to date. We're always going to continue to look with NASCAR and the University of Nebraska at other improvements down the road. Thank you.
Final question? We're good? Okay, Lisa, thank you very much.
Thank
and
you.
It's music to the ears to know that Phoenix and Richmond are up next. Believe me, we'll be very much in sync with ISC in terms of the media activities there as well. So thanks for joining us today, and have a good trip back to Daytona.
Thank you.
So that'll conclude the formal portion of the program. Before we transition to the breakout sessions, I'd just like to encourage everyone to attend or tune in to the 7th Annual NASCAR Hall of Fame induction ceremony. It'll take place, of course, Friday in this very building on the 22nd. So it will air at 8 p.m. on NBC Sports Network, and we'll see NASCAR legends Jerry Cook, Bobby Isaac, Bobby Labonte, Bruton Smith, who we referenced earlier, and Curtis Turner officially enshrined into the NASCAR Hall of Fame. Following the ceremony on Saturday, January 23rd, the NASCAR Hall of Fame will open its door for free to all fans for its 3rd consecutive Fan Appreciation Day. So you know where to get information there. Thank you again to the fans for tuning in on NASCAR.com, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio, and MRN. We appreciate your passion and all the hard work that you do for the sport. And we look forward to seeing you at the Daytona 500, Sunday, February 21st, which will be live on Fox.